For this video, you find me with the 2022 Mazda MX-5 Miata in Grand Touring trim. This is the soft top version, finished in soul red metallic with a black interior. It's equipped with the correct transmission, and when you include the delivery fees, this can be yours for a hair under $34,000. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thanks for tuning into the video. And for this one, I want to give you my review of the most fun car you can buy today without breaking the bank, the Mazda MX-5 Miata. And I'll share with you my likes and dislikes about it so you have a better idea before you buy. And if you learn anything new while watching this or have any feedback, comment it down below. And if you like this style of video review, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and especially that notification bell button because your views and your comments will help this channel out a lot. If we rank cars by the amount of fun that you can have per the amount of dollars that you spent, the Mazda Miata will be at the top of that list. The only thing that will beat it is probably a used Miata because it will be cheaper. And in this price range, you have the 8.6 twins like the GR86 and the BRZ. And if you want some front-wheel drive options, you can also check out the Volkswagen GTI or the Veloster N. If you want to see my review of these cars, check the links in the description box. But in my opinion, for the price, nothing beats the Miata. This is the gold standard. It's the yardstick for which other fun cars should be compared to. No doubt you'll be able to find faster cars than this Miata, and I'll spare you all the automotive cliches surrounding this car. But this is the fastest Miata ever produced. This fourth generation Miata has been around since 2015, and for the 2019 model year, it received a healthy engine upgrade, which bumped the horsepower up to 181 from 155 horsepower. There's also a hardtop version of this Miata called the RF, and I've reviewed the 2020 model year version of that car, so if you want to see that, click the link up here. With 181 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque, this car feels complete. More power is more welcomed, obviously, and would be more fun, but driving around town and around back roads, this car just feels like it's enough. It always gave me maximum fun without trying to kill me. The car feels so well balanced that it's almost like an extension of your body. The steering is very good. The ride quality is firm, but not to the point where it's uncomfortable. And the handling is very nice, even though it comes with a little bit of body roll at the limits. As for suspension hardware, this MX-5 Miata has a double wishbone suspension up front. It's a more complex and more expensive suspension design to package, but it's well worth it because of the superior grip. Now, cars like the Honda S2000, Chevy Corvettes, Acura NSX, Porsche 911s, even Lamborghinis and Ferraris, they have double wishbone suspension up front. And it's nice to see that it can be packaged in a $30,000 car. And in this Grand Touring model, you'll get the Bilstein dampers. They are a very reputable shock company, and you'll run across this name often when you're in motorsports of any kind. As a result of all of these components, there's very little vagueness between you and the road because this thing handles and communicates to you so well. I'll even say that driving the MX-5 almost feels like walking. Not in the sense that it's a slow car and it's about walking pace, but that driving this car almost feels like second nature. And it helps that this manual transmission just feels so good in the hands, and it just clicks into gear in such a satisfying manner. And the pedal placement is so good that pulling off those heel and toe maneuvers is very easy. If you're the type who likes to autocross or goes to track days on the weekends, then you'll love the fact that this car has a limited slip differential. And it's also easy to sense the limits in this car because it's so lightweight. It's about 2,350 pounds. And because it's so lightweight, you can kind of flirt with the limits of grip without getting punished when you cross over it. The other benefit of having a lighter weight car is that you also don't need other bigger things like bigger tires, bigger brakes, or a bigger engine. This car is very comfortable with what it has. And we also can't forget that one thing about lightweight cars is that it's very efficient to use. This thing has really good gas mileage. So that's more or less the ND2 Miata story since 2019. But for 2022, there are some slight improvements to make this the better version than the one before it. The first one is right up the Mazda's principle of Jinba Itai, or the oneness with horse and rider, and that's the kinematic posture control, or KPC. KPC is basically a feature that tries to limit body roll. Now, these MX-5s are known for their body roll at the limits. Some like it because it's one way that the car communicates to you that, hey, I'm on the edge of losing grip, but others don't like it just because they prefer a stiffer setup. Now, kinematic posture control, or KPC, basically will just apply a slight brake pressure on the inside wheel, and that has some effect on the amount of body roll the car has when it's doing high G cornering. The one other upgrade that you can find with the 2022 Mazda MX-5 Miata is the wireless Apple CarPlay. I know this has nothing to do with the car's performance, but adding wireless Apple CarPlay adds a lot to the overall driving experience. I love using wireless Apple CarPlay because you can just jump inside your car, not take your phone out, and just get access to your phone's apps. Now, wired or wireless versions of the Apple CarPlay is going to be better than the standard infotainment system because this looks kind of ugly. This thing looks like it came from the mid-2000s. I will say that this works better than the previous years because it's a little bit faster, but it's still not great to look at. Other than that, the interior of this MX-5 is pretty much the same as before. The seating position is near perfect. The shifter just falls right in the palm of your hand. The pedal placement is very good, and the seats with the built-in speakers are also very comfortable. I also like that the parking brake is still mechanical, unlike how newer cars have gone to electronic parking brakes. The downside here is that the Mazda MX-5 Miata is a small car, so real estate for the non-essential things are more limited. For example, the cup holders can be mounted here or over here in a more convenient manner, but if you have a passenger right here, it's more annoying and more in the way. And another example is that the infotainment dial here, which works, is only comfortable if you have fingers on your elbows. So they had to put it there because there's nowhere else to put it. But I can easily forgive all of those things because the MX-5 is one of, if not the best sports car you can buy without having to spend close to or in the six figures. Well, there you have it. That's my review of the 2022 Mazda MX-5 Miata. I want to thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Again, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime we make a new video. We'll wrap it up right there. My name is Hanson. This has been the Mazda MX-5 Miata, and I'll see you next time.